Hello, my friend. Just a short one on Rousseau and his view of evil, just because it is so different to most other people's. Rousseau kind of flipped the script on evil. Most other philosophers seek to find the problem either in a philosophical way or in a psychological way, but Rousseau sought it in a social way. So for Rousseau, human beings are born naturally good, and evil is just a product of the society you live in. In the social contract, he said, man is born free, and everywhere he is. Man is born free, and everywhere he is in chains. Now, to him, that wasn't because individuals have failed or individuals are evil, but it is because the noble savage that we are born originally loses natural innocence by becoming exposed to society. He believed that humans who were solitary were peaceful and had a natural self-love and an instinct for self-preservation. And they also had empathy, or more like a pity, really, the way he called it, mercy, if you like, in relation to the suffering of others. So he thought that was inborn, and that as soon as you bring private property into the situation, inequality begins to happen, and with inequality, evil enters onto the scene. Because, he said, and I quote now, the first man who, having enclosed a piece of ground, bethought himself of saying, "This is mine," and found people simple enough to believe him, was the real founder of civil society. From that moment on, we start to experience vanity or pride. We want to have more than others, or at least as much as others. And we become competitive and greedy. We desire to dominate others. And we start to wear these awful masks that we wear in society. He called that hypocrisy. We become hypocritical, domineering, and competitive. So that's how the evil happens in society, and this becomes structural. When a person is evil or bad, it is because they have been corrupted by a sick society, and it is inequality that is the primary cause for this problem, and that leads to moral decay. So for him, the solution is to turn back towards what is good for everybody, to measure what is best for the whole of society, a lot like John Stuart Mill in some ways, not just for one person, but for the majority of people, to find a collective pursuit of the common good. And by submitting to the general will, an individual will reclaim their moral liberty and stop being a slave and start becoming a citizen. And that is what he believed the solution was, for people to be citizens rather than individuals competing with each other. Evil, for Rousseau, was an artificial social infection, and we could easily cure it by turning people towards being civilized in a fair society.